There's something stirring inside you right now, something you can't quite name but definitely feel. It's like standing at the edge of a cliff, knowing you're about to leap but not seeing where you'll land. That restless energy, that sense of anticipation mixed with uncertainty. It's not random. It's not your imagination playing tricks on you. What you're experiencing right now is the unmistakable signal that abundance is about to flood into your life in ways you never expected. Maybe you've been here before, thinking things were about to change, only to watch the same patterns repeat themselves. Maybe you've learned not to get your hopes up because disappointment has become too familiar. But this time feels different, doesn't it? There's something in the air, something in the way opportunities have been presenting themselves lately, something in the way your inner voice has been getting louder and clearer about what you actually want. You see, abundance doesn't announce itself with fanfare. It doesn't send you a calendar invite or knock politely on your front door. Instead, it whispers through subtle shifts in your daily experience, through moments of clarity that seem to come from nowhere, through doors that begin opening just as you're ready to walk through them. And right now, whether you realize it or not, you're standing in the middle of that whisper. Most people miss these signals entirely because they're looking for abundance to show up the way they think it should. They expect a sudden windfall, a dramatic promotion, or a life-changing phone call out of the blue. But real abundance, the kind that transforms your entire existence, starts much quieter. It begins with internal shifts that create external changes. It starts with you becoming someone who naturally attracts what you've been seeking all along. Think about the last few weeks of your life. Have you noticed yourself making different choices, even small ones? Maybe you've been saying no to things that used to feel obligatory. Maybe you've been speaking up in situations where you used to stay quiet. Maybe you've been drawn to activities, people, or ideas that feel more aligned with who you're becoming rather than who you've always been. These aren't coincidences. They're evidence that something fundamental is shifting inside you. The truth is, abundance has requirements, not the kind you might expect, like having the perfect credit score or knowing the right people, though those things can help. The real requirements are internal. Abundance flows to those who have created space for it, both mentally and emotionally. It gravitates toward people who have released their grip on scarcity thinking and opened themselves to receiving what life wants to give them. And here's what most people don't understand about this process. The period right before abundance enters your life often feels like the most challenging time you've experienced in years. It's like your entire world is being reorganized, and everything that doesn't belong in your new reality starts falling away. Relationships that no longer serve you begin to naturally fade. Jobs that were keeping you small suddenly become unbearable. Living situations that felt comfortable start feeling restrictive. This isn't punishment. This is preparation. Your life is making room for what's coming next, and that requires releasing what's been taking up space. The discomfort you might be feeling isn't a sign that you're going in the wrong direction. It's proof that you're being prepared for something bigger than what you currently have. Have you been feeling like you're outgrowing your current circumstances lately? Like the life you've been living suddenly feels too small for who you're becoming? That sensation of expansion, of needing more space to breathe and grow, is one of the clearest indicators that abundance is preparing to enter your experience. Your soul knows what's coming before your mind does, and it's already adjusting your internal frequency to match what you're about to receive. The interesting thing about abundance is that it's not just about money, though financial improvements often come along with it. True abundance touches every area of your life simultaneously. It shows up as better relationships, improved health, increased creativity, deeper purpose, and yes, usually better financial circumstances too. It's like your entire life gets an upgrade all at once because you finally aligned with a version of yourself that was always meant to live abundantly. But here's where it gets tricky. The moment you start aligning with abundance, everything in your current reality that's based on scarcity will start to feel uncomfortable. The conversations you used to have will start boring you. The complaints that used to feel justified will start sounding hollow. The excuses that used to make perfect sense will start falling apart. This isn't because you're becoming judgmental or disconnected. It's because you're vibrating at a different frequency, and what used to match your energy simply doesn't anymore. This is where most people get scared and try to go back to what felt familiar. They mistake the discomfort of growth for a sign that they're making a mistake. They interpret the falling away of old patterns as loss rather than liberation. They panic when their old coping mechanisms stop working and try to force themselves back into boxes they've clearly outgrown. If this resonates with you, if you're feeling this tension between who you've been and who you're becoming, then you need to understand something crucial. You're not losing your way, you're finding it. The confusion you might be experiencing isn't evidence that you're off track. It's proof that you're exactly where you need to be for your next level of growth. Right now, your internal compass is recalibrating. Your values are shifting to match your expanding awareness. Your priorities are reorganizing themselves around what actually matters to you, rather than what you thought should matter. This process can feel disorienting because you're literally becoming a different person, someone who thinks differently, chooses differently, and expects different outcomes from life. And the most beautiful part of this transformation is that you don't have to force any of it. Once you understand what's happening, once you recognize that the changes you're experiencing are signs of preparation rather than problems to be solved, you can relax into the process. You can trust that whatever is falling away wasn't meant to be part of your abundant future, and whatever is coming toward you is exactly what belongs in your expanded life. The people who experience the most dramatic positive changes in their lives are those who learn to recognize these preparation periods and work with them instead of against them. They understood that feeling unsettled before a breakthrough is normal. They knew that outgrowing their current circumstances before new ones appeared was part of the process. They trusted that the discomfort of transformation was temporary, but the results would be permanent. So if you're feeling like your life is in flux right now, if you're sensing that change is coming, but you can't see exactly what it looks like yet, if you're experiencing that strange combination of excitement and nervousness that comes with standing on the edge of something new, then pay attention. Your abundance isn't just coming, it's already here, working behind the scenes, rearranging your reality to accommodate the expanded version of yourself that's about to emerge. The signs are everywhere once you know how to look for them. And in just a moment, we're going to dive deep into exactly what those signs look like, how to recognize them in your own life, and most importantly, how to position yourself to receive everything that's about to flow into your experience. The first sign that abundance is positioning itself to enter your life shows up in your sleep patterns. Not insomnia exactly, but a different kind of restlessness. You find yourself waking up at unusual hours, not from anxiety or stress, but with this strange sense of anticipation. Like your subconscious mind is processing something massive that your waking awareness hasn't caught up to yet. Your dreams become more vivid, more symbolic, filled with imagery of expansion and movement. This isn't your mind being overactive. This is your entire system preparing for a frequency shift that requires your consciousness to upgrade while you rest. You might notice that your usual sleep routine no longer serves you the way it used to. Maybe you've been naturally waking up earlier without feeling tired. Maybe you've been going to bed later, but still feeling refreshed. Your body is recalibrating its rhythms to match the energy of what's approaching, and sleep becomes less about escaping the day and more about integrating the changes happening within you. The second sign appears in how you relate to time itself. Suddenly, you stop feeling rushed in the same way, not because you have more hours in your day, but because your relationship with urgency fundamentally shifts. Tasks that used to stress you out start feeling manageable. Deadlines that would have sent you into panic mode feel like gentle suggestions. It's as if you've tapped into a different timeline, one where everything flows with natural timing rather than forced pressure. You begin noticing synchronicities everywhere, numbers that seem to follow you, songs that play exactly when you need to hear their message, conversations that answer questions you hadn't even finished asking. These aren't coincidences piling up randomly. They're confirmation that you're moving into alignment with a reality where the universe actively supports your growth instead of testing your endurance. The third sign shows up in your appetite, both for food and for experiences. Your body starts craving different things. Foods that used to satisfy you might suddenly feel heavy or uninteresting. You find yourself drawn to lighter, more vibrant options that make you feel energized rather than sluggish. This isn't about dieting or health trends. Your system is naturally selecting fuel that matches your rising vibration. Similarly, your appetite for experiences undergoes a complete transformation. Entertainment that used to capture your attention for hours now bores you within minutes. Social gatherings that felt fun start feeling draining. You become incredibly selective about how you spend your time, not from judgment, but from a clear inner knowing about what feeds your soul versus what depletes it. You'll find yourself drawn to activities that feel expansive rather than contractive. Maybe it's learning something completely new. Maybe it's having deeper conversations with people who challenge your thinking. Maybe it's spending more time in nature or engaging with creative projects that have been calling to you. Your inner guidance system becomes so precise that you can sense within moments whether something is aligned with your growth or pulling you backward. The fourth sign manifests through your physical environment. Things start breaking down or falling apart, but in a way that feels purposeful rather than problematic. Your car might need repairs right when you were considering a change. Your living space might suddenly feel cramped or outdated. Technology might start glitching in ways that push you towards upgrades you've been postponing. This isn't bad luck clustering together. It's your external world responding to your internal expansion by creating space for new things to enter. The old structures that supported who you used to be can no longer contain who you're becoming, so they naturally begin to dissolve or require replacement. You might find yourself compelled to clean out closets, donate items you've held onto for years, or rearrange your living space in ways that feel completely fresh. This urge to clear and reorganize isn't spring cleaning. It's energetic preparation. You're creating physical space for the new experiences, opportunities, and material improvements that are about to manifest. The fifth sign appears in your social dynamics. People start responding to you differently, even when you haven't consciously changed how you interact with them. Some individuals become more drawn to you, seeking your advice or wanting to spend more time in your presence. Others begin creating distance, not out of conflict, but because your energy no longer matches theirs. You'll notice that certain relationships become effortless, while others require more work than they used to. This isn't about people changing their personalities. It's about energetic compatibility shifting as you evolve. The people who are meant to be part of your abundant future will naturally gravitate closer, while those who served their purpose in your previous chapter will gracefully fade into the background. New people start appearing in your life with remarkable timing. Not necessarily romantic connections, though that can happen, but individuals who carry information, opportunities, or perspectives that perfectly align with your growth. These meetings often feel destined, like puzzle pieces clicking into place exactly when you need them most. The sixth sign shows up in your relationship with money and resources. Even if your bank account hasn't dramatically increased yet, your anxiety around finances begins to ease. You stop checking your balance obsessively. You make purchasing decisions from a place of trust rather than fear. Small unexpected sources of income start trickling in. Maybe someone pays back money you'd forgotten about. Maybe you discover cash in old jackets or find items you can sell easily. So if you've recognized even one of these signs in your own experience, know that you're not imagining it. Your abundance isn't a distant dream anymore. It's actively rearranging your reality from the inside out. Trust the process, embrace the changes, and prepare to receive everything that's been waiting for you to become ready. Your time is now.